Next example of microorganisms which are useful to us is in clean technology. Clean technology means this is related with reducing pollution or breaking down pollutants, reducing pollutants. So, how microorganisms are used in clean technology? There are a few examples. There is a particular group of microorganisms which can remove sulfur from fuels. See, usually when we say fuel, what comes to our mind is that if you use a fuel, it is going to give out pollution. So, why these fuels give out pollution? Because when we use fuels, they release out some elements, some atoms like carbon, sulfur, which are harmful. So, if from the fuel microorganisms can remove sulfur, then the fuel is not a problem to us. Next example of microorganism which is used in clean technology is thiobacilli and sulfobacilli. These group of bacteria, they convert heavy metals into compounds, into simple compounds before leaching. See, heavy metals usually are problematic to us because these are in a form which cannot be broken up easily, and they are reactive, and then they cause harmful effects like leaching. So before they cause leaching, these bacteria break these heavy molecules into some other form, into some other compounds, and this other compound cannot do the work of leaching. Leaching means reacting with some other metals or some other elements and changing the chemical form of that particular metal or element. Next example is of HCB bacteria. This is group of bacteria. HCB stands for hydrocarbonoclastic bacteria. Hydrocarbonoclastic bacteria. This is a group of bacteria which includes Pseudomonas species, Alcanovorax, Borcumensis. Pseudomonas species means from Pseudomonas group there are many members, and Alcanovorax Borcumensis. This is one bacteria. This is the name of one single bacteria. So what does this HCB bacteria or group of bacteria do? They destroy pyridines and other chemicals from the oil spills. Oil which gets spilled fallen on water. For example, when oil is being transported in ships, then it might fall on the sea water or river water, and then when it falls on the surface of the water, it can be removed from there, but not completely. Okay, only physically it is removed, and it is harmful to leave such oil spills in the water. So these HCB bacteria, they can use the pyridines and hydrocarbons which are present in the oil. So what they do, they use these pyridines and other harmful chemicals present, and they destroy them. That means they convert their form, and then they are not harmful. There are also hydrocarbons present in oil, and when bacteria use these hydrocarbons, they convert hydrocarbon into carbon dioxide and water, which are again not a problem. Carbon dioxide can mix with the air, it's okay, and then water is water, not harmful. So this is how HCB bacteria treat the oil spills. Next example is of microorganisms called as Vibrio and Ideonella saccensis. These microorganisms, they can decompose the PET. What is PET? Polyethylene terephthalate polyesters. These are compounds present in plastic. Okay, so usually we say that plastic is non-degradable. It is difficult to decompose plastic. It remains as a waste for many years. The reason is because it contains these complex compounds which cannot be decomposed, but luckily there are a few microbes like Vibrio and Ideonella. Next example is Actinomyces, Streptomyces, Nocardia, and Actinoplanes. Actinoplanes, these come under the category of fungi. So all fungi that belong to Actinoplanes genus can do this work. And what they can do, they can decompose rubber. Any form of rubber can be decomposed by these group of microbes, and again if they can decompose it, then there won't be any waste of rubber and no pollution. Next example, Acidophilium species, Acidobacillus ferrozygdens. See, Acidobacillus ferrozygdens is name of one single organism, and Acidophilum species means from Acidophilum genus there are many members, so they have just said species. They control soil pollution which is caused by acid rain. When acid rain falls and mixes with the soil, whatever harmful chemicals the rainwater will have, they will get trapped in the soil, so and we cannot remove them, so such chemicals can be treated by this group of microorganisms. Then next example is Geobacter. It converts the salts of uranium into insoluble salts. Uranium is a radioactive element. Radioactive elements are very highly reactive. They have tremendous amount of energy, but again when we use them, and then if they become a part of pollution, or if they are become a part of waste, then it is really difficult to remove them from the waste, or to make them inactive completely. It is not possible for us, but Geobacter can do it. It can convert the salt of uranium into insoluble salts. So if they are converted into insoluble salts, then it is easy to remove, because they will not dissolve in anything. They will not be soluble. They will be in insoluble form, so it will be easier for us to separate them.